Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to Florida, life in Florida. Today I'm doing something a little different. I'm doing an interview here basically. I'm going to answer some of your questions that I've received through emails and through the internet about films and movie making. So I got six questions I'm going to answer today. And the first one comes from Jason in New York. And Jason asked, what was your first film that you acted in? Well, Jason, the first film that I acted in was a film called Wally Jr. Private Dick. Full feature movie. It was a comedy film, and I had two parts in this film. I played a ninja, because I'm also a martial artist, so I choreographed the fight scenes and played a ninja in this film. And I had one line as a lab assistant. Now, this was a comedy film. I had to wear on a white coat. I played a nerd, so I put on these glasses, and my one line was, Sir, could you come over here, please? Could you come over here, please, sir? Of course, my girlfriend and the kids at the time gave me a hard time about that. They like to tease me about that, but that was my very first film, Wally Jr., Private Dick. I have no idea where the film's at or where it can be seen, but I did enjoy working on this film, and that was filmed in Los Angeles and in Orange County. The second question I have comes from John Jatnor in Colombia, who is also an artist and a filmmaker. And he asked me, why do you think horror films don't generate enough venue or enough audience? And I really don't know the answer to that, John, but I would say that I would think comedy films and dramas and inspirational films do very well because people want a great story and people want to laugh and people want to get inspired. They want to go do things and get inspired, get motivated, whether it's work out or go for a goal or do something new in their life or a new adventure. But horror films, I don't think a lot of people want to be scared. But I do think that there are some successful horror films such as Texas Chainsaw Massacre and The Omen and those type of films. But I think it takes certain time of year, like maybe Halloween, or just to be in a mood where you want to see something scary. So I really couldn't tell you exactly if that is true and why it is true. So I would think mostly because people don't want to be scared. So I hope that answers your question. Well, Linda asked me, the third question I have, Linda asked me from Atlanta, Georgia, what advice do you have for a new filmmaker? Well, my first advice would be, if you really want to do this, do your research and make out your plan and what you want to do and go for your goals. Just go for it. Life is short, and go for your goals. You have no regrets, and do what you want to do and make a good project. Also, I would say you got to have three things in your film. Number one, you got to have great quality, great production. Number two, you need to have a good story, something that interests people, something people want to see. And thirdly, you got to have great actors. So if you got those three things, great quality, great actors, great story, you have a good chance of getting it out there and a good chance of being successful with your film. And meanwhile, just keep going for your goals and keep doing it, and you'll figure it out, and I wish you all the success. The fourth question I have comes from Jeff Richards in Los Angeles. Well, hello, Jeff Richards. Well, the Jeff Richards question is, what films did you work on that you really enjoyed, and where can I see them? Well, of course, I really enjoyed working on my film, The Billionaire and the Movie Star, and you can see that on IMDb, you can see that on YouTube, you can see that on my website, which I'll post here later, and it's a short film, again, my film called The Billionaire and the Movie Star, which I produced it, wrote it, starred in it, and I really enjoyed that film. I also enjoyed working on a short film called A Night at the Movies, where I played a theater manager, and that can be seen on YouTube. And I enjoyed working on a film called In Honor Of. Now that has been recently released on Tubi. It's a full feature film. It's a father and son story. And I co-starred in that film along with Chuck Sullivan, and I played James Cordova. Those are three films I really enjoyed working on. And recently I did a film back in LA before I moved to Florida called Wait Till Your Mother Comes Home. I played a mafia character named Ralph. And that is in the process of being edited and released. I'm not sure where that's going to be seen, but look for it. Wait Till Your Mother Gets Home, a short film filmed in Los Angeles, and I played the part of Ralph in that film. So those are four films that I've really enjoyed working on. And there's others out there, but I just can't think of them all, and I don't know where they're all at. So you just have to they pop up wherever they pop up. What can I tell you? So those would be some good films to see that I'm in, and I enjoyed those films. You know, movie making can be fun. The fifth question I have comes from Mary in San Diego. And Mary asks, what made you get into acting? Now, Mary, that's a great question. You know, I'm not your typical actor. A lot of actors, they grow up in the industry, or they take classes in film school and all that type of stuff, and they go for it and they become actors. I got a little bit of a different story. I'm a contractor. I worked hard my whole life, and when I was in my late 30s and 40s, I was doing a lot of work for celebrities in LA, working in Beverly Hills, working in Brentwood, working in Bel Air, Hollywood Hills. And I would work on these beautiful homes and people that were actors and in the movie industry, and I go, God, they're making all this money acting? They're making all this money acting? I'm not shy. I can get in front of a camera. I can act. Well, that kind of led me to thinking about getting into acting, and I started taking acting classes in Los Angeles and started going from there. So I'm still struggling with it. I'm in a lot of movies now, but that's what got me thinking about getting into acting. And it wasn't like I had a passion for it like a lot of people do. They say, oh, we have this passion. I have this passion. I always had to be an actor. I always had to be a singer or a comedian, whatever. You know, I really don't like that word passion, because very few people in life are fortunate enough to have a passion, to do something they love and make a living at it. And as I got involved with the acting and got involved with movies, I started to enjoy it, and I really enjoy the writing. I do enjoy acting. I guess maybe now I have a little bit of a passion for it, but I really enjoy the process, and I enjoy the writing, and I do enjoy the acting. But I got into it to actually make money without having to swing a hammer. After working so hard and I didn't want to be this age and still have to swing a hammer. So I'm still swinging a hammer. I'm still acting. I'm still doing it. But like I say, I got into it by working for the rich and famous and seeing how well they were living, and said, man, what am I doing wrong? And so it kind of led me that direction. So I hope that answers your question. That's how I got into acting. Well, my sixth and final question comes from Michael in Boston. And Michael says, I love your YouTube channel, but are you going to venture out of Florida with your videos? And the answer to that question, Michael, is yes. Yes, yes, yes. I got some great ideas and some places I want to go. But right now, I just want to show you a lot of things in Florida, different areas of Florida, the great restaurants I enjoy and go to, the beaches, the parks, things to do and see here. But I am going to venture out. I've got some other plans in the future, and that will be great when that time comes. And so that is your answer. I will be venturing out of Florida, and I will also be doing some other short films. I got some ideas, some scripts I've written for some other short films I want to do in the future, but I got to get some more actors and cast that and what have you. And being in Florida, it's not like LA where I can get an actor on every corner. Every restaurant, just go in and say, hey, there's a waitress, a bartender, he's probably an actor. So I can get an actor pretty easily in LA. Of course, it's a big acting business, but here it's a little different. So I have to work on those things and figure out what I'm going to do, and eventually I will do those things. So yes, I will be venturing out of Florida. I'm glad you're enjoying this channel, and keep watching, and stay happy, stay healthy, take care of yourself, and guess what? We're going to see you soon.